Yo, what up? It's your boy. We at it again for another podcast. Been going at it for a while. So, for those people that have been watching me for a little while, I appreciate y'all for watching. So, y'all already know what's about to go down. Smoke away the pain. Get lung cancer instead. Take a sip out of my drink. Then I'm gonna hit it again. Oh, fuck. I try to finish that one. I think I got a little bit left. Let me just finish it up. Oh yeah, it wasn't much left. All right. That's in order. I haven't talked about this in a while, but I guess current events or events that are current, whatever. You know, don't fucking sue me. I don't fucking know actually. So apparently it's White Boy Summer now. I don't know if y'all seen the video of. I think it's Tom. I don't remember his name. I know it's one of Tom Hanks' sons, the bad one, I guess you could say. Right. Well, the one, the White Boy Summer one, which honestly I don't even think that was a bad deal. Like he was, in my opinion, he was just kind of saying like, hey, we've been oppressed for a long time, Well, here's the thing, man. All that shit is fucking weird because we just got out of a whole fucking rut, bro. Like we just went through so much shit all within like a year that it almost feels like we were trapped in 2020 for a lot longer than what it really was. Which it's not my first time where I felt trapped, so it wasn't was no issue for me. It's same old. But for a lot of people, that was pretty fucked up. You know, and then of course, all the things that happened, man. With I can't remember his name. Um, fuck. No, I'm thinking of Rashad Evans. That's a UFC fighter. I'm fucking tripping. Um, George Floyd. Holy shit, that took a little too long. It's how long I've been out of news and all that shit, man. I've just been working on me, working on myself, working on this podcast that ain't going nowhere. Working on my Twitch, just doing my thing. Just trying to chuck along and make something out of nothing. Really, you know. I'm Jesus without the miracles, just some fucking guy, you know. But like I said, the white boy summer thing, that's fucking. Listen, I know where he was coming from. He didn't really seem to be doing it maliciously. He even said it himself. He's like, I'm not talking about Trump, NASCAR, all that shit. I'm talking about Jack Harlow, me. He said himself. I don't even know who he is, but apparently him, Jack Harlow, I know who he is, and some other guy. Pretty much the cool white guy. It's a cool white guy summer, right? Like that's pretty much what he's trying to say. I guess you could say. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sorry, I gotta take a drink here, right? I didn't cough too much, but still got me. Um, but yeah, like I said, for I don't know, man. Listen, I just want it to be a good summer. I don't. There doesn't have to be a fucking whole race behind everything. Now there's race behind summer. What the fuck? Like, where the fuck we just gonna get a nice summer? Can't we just have a nice summer? We didn't even have summer last year. We didn't have a damn thing. Well, everybody that tried to have a summer that year probably fucking died, if not their grandmas died. So clearly that wasn't a good fucking summer. Hey, you remember that summer in the pandemic where we didn't give a fuck? We could have just for one year not gone out, but yet, I said fuck it. I'm only gonna be 20. fucking won once or whatever. Yeah, I went out and partied and now Nana's dead. Like, have some fucking sense of mind, you know. Have I gone to the beach? Yeah, but that's besides the fucking point, okay? I'm talking about what y'all's problem are, not my problem, okay? I'm blaming everything on y'all. I'm just fucking with y'all. Um, no, yeah, I tried my best. You know, I still work and shit, you know. I still Uber throughout the whole thing. I just try to be a little bit as safe as possible. Um, and that's it, man. I got lucky. I didn't catch it. Knock on wood. Right? Because you never know. This virus isn't going away. You know. Thank God for the vaccine. You know, and all that shit. Thank to the fucking heavens above or the fucking entropy, whatever it was that got us to this point where we were able to have a vaccine and all of society didn't break down. You remember when we were scared when maybe this is the fall of the U.S.? Maybe this is the fall of everything? You remember that shit? You remember when we were very close to not making that fucking thing? Like, it was very close. I could feel it. Like, I was outside in, like, in public a lot because I gotta tell you, I wish I took a break during the pandemic. During the pandemic, I was still working every fucking day, you know. No, not every day, but like most, you know, regular work week and shit, you know. I was traveling all over the place during the pandemic because that was my job. I had to go to different insurance offices and cover for them. Like, I had to do so much shit, man, and it was, you could feel the tension in the air of like, is today the day we all die? Like, the fear and shit was crazy. It was out of this world, man. And I gotta tell you, I was pretty calm throughout the whole thing. I don't think I ever had any scares at all. I mean, I might have 2 or 3 times, you know, just because, you know, my girlfriend works at somewhere, you know, and she, you know, apparently somebody that went to where her place of business, you know, or her, well, I guess not place of, where she works, you know what I'm saying? They went to her job and fucking somebody apparently got COVID after that. And, you know, we're over here waiting to see whether we're gonna, you know, catch it or we're gonna, you know, we're gonna escape the bullet one more time. We're gonna tell the Grim Reaper to suck my dick one more time. But and fuck, been like, damn, I think I got like 20 under my belt, and it's getting, I'm running out of belt. You get what I mean? I don't know how long this luck is gonna fucking work. You know, I may not be lucky in blowing up a podcast overnight, but I'm lucky in I never caught fucking COVID. You know, I was I didn't break my back. How I think I told the story last time. How did I not break my back as a kid? Maybe that was a dream, but who the fuck knows? You know, I've been unlucky yet lucky my whole life. Like I it's almost as if it's almost as if I'm just cursed, man. Like, I'm cursed to like see what cool shit is, experience it, and then never attain it again. Like it was a shit, man. Like a little rich kid, you know. You can get whatever fucking. Here's the thing. They also taught me humility and shit, you know. So it wasn't to make us spoiled or nothing, but like, you know, if I wanted, you know, we went to Disneyland and shit. After that, I didn't really go to Disneyland. I haven't gone to Disneyland since, you know. I think I have once, maybe. That was when I was older. But you know, the point is that I feel like I do have a curse on me because I listen. My content isn't amazing, but if you saw what the shit show of episode 1, if you saw the fucking mess that episode 1, and you know what I'm talking about. I know some of y'all have been watching from day one. You know how bad this fucking podcast was. And listen, I went from a shitty, you know, gaming mic to an actual semi-professional mic, you know. I went from the Christmas lights to this to inside with a table. I had a fucking TV at one point, like, you know. But I honestly, it felt like um, the podcast kind of lost a little bit of flair there. So I said, fuck that shit. I'm going back outside so I can blow my goddamn bubbles, you know. and I'm fucking I'm getting better at it, boy. It's been past 2, 3 episodes past before the one that where I was real fucking sad and shit. It's pretty good. You know, I'm selling myself right now, okay? I'm trying to sell myself right now. I know that this bitch could, and I'm just gonna keep working at it. To be honest with you, but like, fuck, man, give a boy some credit. Like, it just feels like I'm running in place, and like, man, I'm just maybe now since things are seem to be like slowly calming themselves down. It felt like every day somebody was getting taken out every single day, every single day. It was like nonstop every single day. And it feels like now, like shit's kind of calmed down. So maybe I'll start advertising this shit. But here's the thing: I don't need people that are gonna be offended by the shit that I say. We're welcome to disagree. And hey, tell me in the comments. Hey, fuck you. I don't think that's correct because blah 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 blah. Let me know why. Let me know why you think I'm wrong. But if you're gonna try to fucking kick me out of YouTube, there is no other fucking tube, okay? So I have to deal with this shit. And this shit, shit's extra woke right now. I'm not trying to fucking advertise for extra woke people. All I'm gonna do is get fucking doxxed or something. Why the fuck am I gonna put in that effort? But maybe once, it seems like shit is kind of cooling down a little bit. Things are getting a little bit more normal. Um, Sorry, I was opening the door for my cat. Now that everything's a little normal and everything, or going back to, I guess, a less high anxiety, like super political style, like thing going on online. Like it felt like we switched, you know, like you remember in the '90s and shit, like everything was very like formal and blah 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 blah, but kid shit was all out of this fucking world, and the internet was fucking free at that time. Like there was some crazy shit you could see on the internet. Remember YouTube? When fucking YouTube first started, you remember YouTube? The real YouTube is some fake woke ass bullshit. The real YouTube was the shit, man. You know that what that was, man. That was the real YouTube. Of course, I listen. I get it. All right. One time, I found some. I saw this real weird video one time. So I get it why they censor some things, but they didn't have to censor all of it. But there was porn on YouTube at one point. I think there was a little bit. There was like a weird line between like if you don't show no pussy and then you don't show somebody's dick, it's okay. Maybe titties, maybe a nipple or two. I remember I saw this weird fucking video, man. Like it was so it was these three Asian chicks, right? And then there was one in the center, and they were like kind of tickling her at first, whatever, whatever. And then each one of them started licking the one in the center's nipples, right? One for one Asian per nipple, and I was like, what the fuck, man? That's what that I think that was around the time when I started like going through puberty and I started looking through shit. When you get to that age, especially listen, I'm relating to, listen, I don't past generations they had bullshit. Okay, they had magazines, they had maybe HBO, fuzzy HBO. Man, we had the real deal. We had Pornhub, X Hamster, all that shit. Like, whoo, that's a lot of fucking like. I'm not gonna lie. Growing up at this time in puberty, I mean, here's the thing. There is a lot of, I think, sexual trauma that went on for a lot of kids because, like, you remember the blue waffle? Like, oh fuck, 2 girls, 1 cup. That was fucking traumatizing. You know what it is? You want me to tell you the truth? I've only seen blue waffle. I haven't seen 2 girls, 1 cup because I know I'm gonna fucking throw up. And I at this age I can fucking handle it. I've seen some wild shit. Surfing the web trying to beat my meat. So I get what you mean. It wouldn't phase me now, but back then it would have fucking traumatized me. To see some fucking girls shitting in a bowl and eating it, like what the fuck? I mean, just imagine that. You just like you're barely starting like you barely start noticing titties and shit. And you're like all interested, and then you just go right to 100. Like you can't. That's not even 100, bro. That's like fucking 3,000. You can't go from 0 to 3,000. That's breakneck speed. You can't break your own neck. You know. fuck around and twist your dick. You don't know what the fuck going on. Yeah, that's scary, bro. You can't fuck with that. Scary, fucking scary. You ever try to look up the first video the first ever porn video you saw? Like, I tried it just out of curiosity one time. It was impossible, man. It was impossible. I could never find it again. It was just gone in the ether of assholes and elbows. You know, it's just gone, man. I remember my first two videos. I remember the first two videos that I ever looked, like that I ever clicked on and physically watched. Because of course, I scrolled through things here and there, but I never, I was a little freaked out about everything that I was watching and shit. I was like, what the fuck, you know. The first one I do remember. First one. The second one was a threesome. I think I remember that too. Of course, I can't go into detail, crazy detail, and I'm pretty sure you don't want me to go into crazy detail. But yeah, that was the second one was a threesome. I have no idea who the people were. I didn't know no fucking, you know, I didn't know they all had names and this was a fucking industry. I was just like, what the fuck? Are these real people? that phase you went through when you first started and you thought that like everything was real and you're like, what the fuck? And then you realize like, oh wait, oh no, these are actors and shit. Like that was a big relief because there was a lot of fucked up shit going on even at that time in Pornhub. It was back when YouTube was fucking wild. So Pornhub was fucking on some crazy shit. Had to be. I didn't have the balls to search up crazy stuff. I was just there to do my business and get the fuck out of there. But like, play some video games and shit. Go outside and play. I was still, I was barely growing up, but also at the same time, still enjoying going out and shit like that. But yeah, I didn't have the balls to search up no crazy shit. Blue Waffle and all that stuff. Like I knew people told me what it was. They wouldn't. I just asked enough, and eventually somebody would let me know what the fuck it was. But like, I remember one time I did search up Blue Waffle. That was fucked up. That was fucked up. Clearly it's edited, but it's oh yeah. What other wild shit have I seen? Oh, I saw one time this video of a woman giving birth. Bro, that shit was gnarly. Like, oh, oh, like yeah, I could, I couldn't look at my girl the same after that. I'm like, you can do that shit? What the fuck? You're not human. You're not human. It's a joke, of course. Hi, we're a little bit past due or second dose. So let's I got a fucking flashlight now. You know how fucking gangster this shit is? It's a bendy one. Let me see. I don't know if you can kind of see the light. Let me prepare this right here. Cause I don't have an assistant. You know. Oh, imagine if I had an assistant. I'd be acting a fool. Every 5 minutes, hey, can you give me a little bit of more water? Hey, there's like not enough ice in this bitch. Can you? Nah, I'm playing. I wouldn't do that. Not that kind of person. I don't know if I'd have an assistant. I guess I would have like an assistant, like, but I'd have to alternate. I can't have somebody like dedicate their. It makes me very uncomfortable that there's people that all they do is be somebody's personal assistant. It freaks me out. Like, what kind of like? It's so different from taking care of other things like nannies. Like, you have to have a form of compassion and everything, right? Like, there truly is a need for it. People want to go out sometimes. They don't want to take your kids and shit. Badass kids. What the fuck is my cat doing? You see her down there at the bottom right corner? Hey, hey, what the fuck you doing over there? What you doing, kitty? Kitty, what the fuck you doing over there? What you doing? Terry. Oh, my boy Terry. I have him inside. Y'all remember Terry after I said some depressing that shit? And then I showed y'all Terry. Terry's the shit. I might show y'all Terry again. Maybe not. If I get to like 100 subscribers, I'll show Terry again. But this time in like full HD, you know. Fucking 1080, 4K, 4K Terry. Fuck it, 4K. We're gonna make it 4K. So we have to make, we have to get 4,000 subscribers. And I'll show fucking Terry in HD. Maybe there's 8K by then, cause I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get a 4K. Some people have been hooking me up though. I appreciate the people that throughout throughout even when I was still streaming video games like the Hobby Man, Roger Thornberry, um, and just all the people that I play with and shit. It's fun as fuck, man, and it's also fun as fuck. Like, it's great, man. It's a little bit of a community. I haven't really. I'll hop in and watch videos and stuff like that, but I usually don't comment as much for those people. But I always try to do the best, Um, a few of them have gotten me most of the subscribers I have now, So I really appreciate that shit, and I appreciate pretty much y'all watching. It feels good, man. I hope y'all enjoy this shit. I know it's a shit show, but I'm working on it. Okay, I mean you gotta also give me credit. It's been like what? I think it was like the 40th episode. I think it's the 40th or the 39th, somewhere around there. And most of those were by myself. Like, you got to think about how many stories you got. How many funny stories do you really have? Like, you as a person. What the fuck my cat doing? You like, just let's just say, oh, I have, like, just think of all your funny stories right now. You got, like, at tops, like, if you've lived a crazy life, like, maybe, like, for an average person or for, like, most people, you got, like, I mean, I don't know, I guess say like 20, 30 good stories. All those stories aren't gonna take a fucking 30 minutes. It's rare that something good takes 30 minutes when it's just storytelling. Aside from like books and shit like that, but if it's like an experience, like, oh my god, so I went to do this, and then it's rare that it's so interesting that you can listen to it for 30 minutes. Okay, holy shit. It's 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes. 30 minutes a long time. Okay, I have progressed in this that time does seem to fly by a lot faster. I'm filling up airtime a lot easier. Um, for the most part, I am pretty much shit. It's just kind of flowing in my head, and it does help me keep it going, keep it going. Before that, I mean, I would just run out of shit to talk about. Y'all know. For those of the ones that been here for forever, y'all know. Like, it took me a while. Sometimes I'd be like, so and I'll just be like that for like 2 minutes and shit. I still do that sometimes, but I do my best to not really. How would I explain it? Like, I'm trying to get rid of my bad mannerisms. Like like or or something else that I say all the time. I'm just trying to get rid of those. And that does help me, streaming and everything. So it is helpful. But I remember 15 minutes felt like forever, man. It felt like forever. Like, right now we're at like 24 minutes. It doesn't even feel like I've been here that long. Like, it feels like this has been like 5 minutes. Like, it doesn't even feel long, man. That's all we'll do is like two podcasts in a row. Like, for like the past 2 or 3, no, for the past like 4 or 5 or 6 podcasts. They've been back to back to back. Like, literally, I know exactly how long this phone can record. So I'll wait till I hit like the last second, and then I'll just restart another podcast and just keep talking about whatever the fuck I was talking about in the last podcast. I mean, it's getting to a point where it's pretty easy to do like an hour for the most part, which is great. 30 minutes is also very easy. because you're just talking about everything. You just talk about, you just let your mouth move, and your brain is just working on the content. Okay, what we gonna talk about, what we gonna say, what kind of joke, etne on the etsnay or whatever. Like Robert E. Lee. Who's Robert E. Lee? I have no idea. But he sound. Oh no, Robert E. Lee. He is, I think, a Confederate general. Robert E. Lee. Or yeah, he was in the he was definitely a U.S. general or captain or some shit like that. He was somewhere in U.S. history. I know that for sure. But I don't remember exactly who Robert E. Lee is. You know, George Roosevelt. George Roosevelt. Kind of remember George Roosevelt. I know what he looks like. You know, Teddy Roosevelt. You know, the fucking the cavalry. You know what I'm saying? Teddy Roosevelt is a bad motherfucker though. Wasn't it him? I think it was him that there was an assassination attempt, and they tried to shoot his bitch ass, and like I think it nearly missed him, or it kind of wounded him. Oh, goddamn! Can you gotta do that goddamn noise? All right, cool. She went back inside. She's a short hair, so I think when she gets too cold, it is a little chilly out here today. So I think she gets a little too cold, so she'll go inside, kind of warm up. Um, get a little warm, get comfortable again, then she'll fucking go outside. 'Cause she loves being outside in the porch. I don't know what it is. But back to Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt, like he finished his speech. I think it is Teddy Roosevelt. It's a U.S. president. I know that for sure. What the fuck is that loud shit? What the fuck? What the fuck? I think it's like strangely loud for no reason. Or maybe because I've been wearing my headphones for the past few podcasts. So maybe like I never noticed it, but that was loud as fuck for me. I don't know why. And we're on the third one. Lord. But you see how I just said a name and my brain just starts moving? You didn't even know that was an example. I Dave Chappelle your bitch ass. I kicked her right in the pussy. You see that shit? My mind just starts moving and just starts creating shit. So it's pretty cool to be able to do that. But it's also very annoying because your mind is practically learned teaching itself to interject everything. So like every single thought of yours is constantly going in your head. Okay, here comes the sprinklers. They're gonna be loud as fuck for a bit, and then they're gonna calm their ass down. Hold on, give me a sec. They're really fucking loud for no fucking reason. Like, how hard, how loud is fucking water, man? Like, goddamn, bro. Clean them hoes. They probably got it all full of lime and shit. They're still loud. Holy shit. Still loud as fuck, man. You fucking tripping. Still going. I don't even know. I think this is just as loud as it's gonna be. My bad, y'all. Y'all can't even hear me blow my bubbles so goddamn loud. Alright. So, sorry. I gotta take a drink. Okay. Whew, I'm back to life. I think my cats wanna go outside. Y'all wanna go outside? Or what? Y'all coming outside? Y'all coming outside or what? Man, come on. I ain't gonna be holding. I got a podcast to do, man. Kitty. Oreo. You gonna come outside or not? Alright, here you go. You. Butter. You coming out or not? You coming out or what? Man, don't be taking forever. You always take forever. You're always the one that has to barely tell. Okay, there you go. Wow. Y'all go ahead and look out the fucking balcony. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And though it's cold as hell right now. Oh. Alright, we got about like 3 more minutes. Man, I'm glad I did bring it up. Uh, I was having kind of a bad night, so I'm glad I did kind of. I was able to clutch that. That's another. Hey, listen, that's another part. I didn't let my personal shit get in the way. Come on, hey, I'm getting there, man. I'm fucking getting there. You know, slowly but surely. That's not even that slow. I mean, how long have I been doing this podcast for? Like a few months, 4 or 5, since April? No, since no. July. Had to be around Christmas, right? Because I started with the Christmas light, so it had to be around Christmas. So it hasn't even been that long, man. I'm just tripping. Listen, you get in your head sometimes. That's a bad thing about I guess like chronic depression or just if you tend to get depression in general, it sucks ass, man. Cause your mind will just start fucking with you, man. It start telling you like, bro, what are you doing? Like, these are my thoughts in the moment, like that do make you feel like shit, and it feels like it's just a negative perspective of what's going on. It's not like this podcast is getting because it is. Slowly see the increase. We started with what, like zero. We just started with 0 subscribers. We're up to 23. That's a fucking win for me. Okay, I got like I don't know how many fucking hours of being viewed. Like it's growing, man. You know, would I love for it to grow at a bigger pace? Of course, but I can't control that shit. So, but yeah, like I said, man, sometimes your head just starts talking shit. Pretty much for me, it was just like I felt pretty shitty, man, because I was like, I don't know, I was thinking like, damn, I'm 25 and it feels like I'm not really moving anywhere. I'm just kind of in one place. Like it feels like I'm just running in a hamster wheel, and it I've heard other podcasters, comedians, and shit like that say that, and like it doesn't really help. Knowing that this was gonna happen. Knowing that like eventually I was gonna feel like that you hit like a weird plateau where you're just constantly putting in effort, and you're not getting much back, and it's difficult sometimes, man. It makes you doubt yourself because these things take time, man. Joey's a fucking legend, and he took him 20 years to like fully for him to even fully accept himself to be that. So like I'm only in it for a few months, man. I have to be able to. You gotta stay strong. You know.